love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. You still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Automatic first down.
Here we go. 80. Like 58 right there. Let's go. 58. Come on. 58. Come on. Here we go. T, get off the field.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
kick is no good. The score remains tied, 0-0.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. this might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. With the Vikings and 49ers, you might remember, met in the divisional round of the playoffs a season ago. The Vikings coming in off the overtime win against New Orleans. The 49ers, they were rested and ready, and they got a couple of touchdown runs from Tevin Coleman. And their defense shut out the Vikings in the second half as that wound up a 27-10 Niner victory.
And this
They'll run it. Here's Cook.
down.
The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, 46 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're not?
Now Garoppolo lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Jimmy Garoppolo sacked. A fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
At the 50-yard line.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Complete to
That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Garoppolo going to get this off to Mostert. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. 6-0 our score after 1.
49ers nothing.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
48-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for him the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
And the Vikings,
they'll look to throw here on first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
a gain of 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With they're going that fast. Any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years. I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they? That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Flushed out right. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, this is Cook. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The 40-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. It quickly to Thielen here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Well, at first down, they run with Camaras. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. Now the 49ers have retaken the lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. So not much time to speak of. Kicks away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st down, Vikings.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The penalty is declined.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. White flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the lock. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Vikings 15.
One of these two as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. He's back to throw here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The 30-yard line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted by the...
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Minnesota.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mecole Hardman 60 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. He'll be kind of looking to erase the first part of this third quarter from his memory partner.
I think he, above all, was upset that they actually got to halftime. Because you saw him in the first half. He was really sharp.
And they had
good,
the lead.
Had the lead. Everything was going well. And you know you keep telling yourself, just stay up, stay motivated. But sometimes that halftime can kill your mojo.
Yeah, now he's had an interception, a fumble. We'll see what he does here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On the ground, Richard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On second down, Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Looking for Ayuk, and he's got it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Again, it's Cook, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This one happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Defense.
Can't do that, man.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Bailey's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8.
Vikings 25. 49ers 17.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Garoppolo and the Niners now. Down by 8, a minute 54 on the clock. They need a touchdown here to try to force overtime, but they've got the support of this playoff record crowd. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Drops this off to Richard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, We'll step aside and be right back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. He's back to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. That's into the hands of Dwelly. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out to Richard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. That catch good for only a couple.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner. Get him.
And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
The touchdown saved their playoff lives momentarily. Now for the 2-point conversion. Now Garoppolo. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Back to throw here. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules are the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Here's Richie James on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Niners take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw of OT for Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Tackled by Emmanuel Mosley.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 16 yards, a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
He'll find his running back here, Richard. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
A 5-yard gain brings up second down at the 21-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, first down. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Garoppolo on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. A gain of 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Hold on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
28. Vikings 25.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And the Vikings now heading on to the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset. Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
Tonight.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.